What up? What up? What up? This is Mike, the philosopher, joined here by Black Mellow. And welcome to the Black Man Rankings, where it's all official here. If we talk about it and it goes down and we rank it or we discuss it or we review it, it's stamped official. Why? Because I said so. That's why. Let's talk about today's topic, which is Bitcoin. And the question for today is Bitcoin really real, or is this fake? Is it gonna flop? Is it pseudo money? Is it just a fad? Or is this the wave of the future, or is this something that the government should be worried about, or the government should learn to embrace because it's going to be a part of the future? Or what is the case? What say you, Black? What do you think about now? Before you start say anything, let me run some stats. Okay, Bitcoin was once at 10 cents. It went quickly to $1. There's only a certain amount of Bitcoin that can ever be made. It's not many. I think it's 19 million, but you can check the stats on that. Don't quote me on that. It went all the way from $1 to an all-time high, and the all-time high as of today, in the recording of this video, was about 66, around 66.5, 67,000 dollars. Now it went from $1 to $66,000 that I seen. But it still could be fake and phony. I mean, you can't even hold it. What say you, Black?
Well, at the time of this recording, right now, exactly in real time, is $64,823.
Oh, so okay.
So now listen, I didn't put a lot into it. I caught it way late. I was familiar with Bitcoin when it was about maybe a few $100s. That's when I first found out about Bitcoin. It was about three, four, five, $600, something like that. That's when I found out about Bitcoin.
It was
Obviously,
it was $600.
yeah, that's
And
the
you
first time I ever heard the phrase Bitcoin, and that's the first time I ever was aware that it was something out there called a Bitcoin.
and the next words you're gonna say is you stacked up, you bought as many of them as you could, right?
No,
Okay.
no,
Okay.
no,
Go ahead.
no. I'm like a lot of people, man. I didn't. I'm not a tech person. You know what I mean? I'm not like computer crypt. It wasn't no such thing as crypto over a decade ago. That's what I found out. Like, I didn't really, I don't know nothing. I didn't know nothing about it. I didn't know enough to put money into it because it didn't exist before then. And that's the thing. A lot of people felt that same way. The people who viewing this probably heard about it long time ago, but didn't put money into it because it was like, well, what is that? How do I know that's not a scam? Because people was thinking that. People were saying that's a scam and it's, this, that, and the third, whatever, and and I'm gonna get into what I ultimately believe about it. But initially, when I heard about it, it was too new. And one thing that I listen, because I listen to a lot of motivational speakers. I listen to a lot of, financial motivational speakers. Let me preface that. And these cats, one thing they always say about, these investors, they
Mhm.
say you never want to really be first, you know what I mean,
Or
to nothing,
last.
or last. You don't
Mhm.
want to be first or last, right? So, but when you do make a move, you move fast. You know what I mean? Because success loves speed. So, with that being said, I heard about Bitcoin. I'm pretty sure I keep hearing $300 in my head. It was around $300 when I first heard about Bitcoin. Now, if I would have put some money into it then, because I was in construction, I was, doing my thing. I was making, at the time, I was doing, I could have, I really could have leveled up crazy right now. Crazy. If I really would have dumped some money into it, I would be rich. I'll put it like that. I
You
would be rich right now.
too.
Yes, I'll be rich. But I just was like, Bitcoin. That's who knows even what that is. So that's not nothing for me to worry about. So I started a whole nother business and blah blah blah. But now, fast forward years later, over a decade later, here we are. And I did invest in it now. Now that it's done stabilized, it's done shown that it has a metric to it, it has statistics behind it, like it has a utility, that people can recognize. People, feel like they kind of, are safe investing into it. It's not gonna drop off the face of the earth tomorrow, in the minds of most people. So, it's safe to invest in long term. You know what I mean? Because that's my play. My play is not getting in today and try to day trade Bitcoin. You know what I mean? Like that's not. I don't think that's the right play for that.
What's the
You're supposed
strategy?
to.
Buy and hold.
Well, I think Bitcoin is. I've seen several talks. One talk uh, that I seen, with your boy Robert Kiyosaki.
My boy, but
Well,
go ahead.
Bitcoin is eventually going to rise above 6K. You know,
6K.
the my fault, 100K.
Okay.
The Kitco. You familiar with Kitco?
No,
It's a
talk to me about
gold. It's a gold platform. Gold. They buy and sell precious metals. That platform has a news anchor that you know distributes information concerning the whole economy. As far as the value, the inflation that's pushing gold up, Bitcoin, how it's being impacted, this, that, and the third. Well, they was the first ones I heard that suggested Bitcoin is actually gonna move past and upwards of $100,000
Mm-hmm.
for one coin. Now this was about 3-4 months ago, 3-4 maybe 6 months ago at the most.
Bitcoin is thought to have to go over $1 million. It's been projected to do that also.
Well, and that goes into my long term projection of what I believe. Now listen, I don't I don't know technically who built Bitcoin, who created Bitcoin, but I believe Bitcoin.
Satoshi Nakamoto,
And who is that? Where's his ID?
mysterious entity.
Where's his
Satoshi.
Facebook? Is he on
Satoshi.
YouTube? Anywhere? Like,
Nah,
nah, you're not gonna find
he's
him.
supposed to stay anonymous. He's
Of
supposed to
course
stay
he is.
anonymous.
Because if you don't exist, it's hard to not be anonymous, in my opinion. But this is what I'm saying. I believe it was a beta test. I believe the whole Noki Shodu or whoever, that's all a beta test. That's to get the footing for a decentralized mechanism to actually perform commerce, trade, buy and sell, digitize currency. I believe Bitcoin is that. It's the grandfather, the OG of that platform. And I believe in the future, Bitcoin will be small fries when it comes to digital currency. I believe other currencies with other utilities attached to them will smoke Bitcoin eventually. But for right now, this was the one that was set up and had the crowd participation and awareness to bring it to the forefront at a time like this, where the American dollar is going down every single day. The price of milk is going up every single day.
Everything was going
We
up.
can't even get goods now because of what they saying. You see all them ships?
Gas is
That's what.
going up.
Listen,
Poultry,
listen,
dairy.
listen. You seen all those cargo ships that's docked in California right now? They can't offload.
Yeah, yeah, I
Like, I
seen
don't know if I'm crazy, but they're there. They're sitting there waiting for somebody to offload them. And then on another video, because I don't just take one man's opinion, I go to other sources. So I'm looking at other videos unrelated to that video, and I see a bunch of truckers sitting in their trucks. They're like, we never got no dispatch. We're waiting. So there's a disconnect between the products and the delivery of those products. And then there's the Secretary of Transportation who's saying this is a complex fix. It's going to take multi tiers and this, that, and the third. Well, in the meantime, he's having a baby with his husband, right? And that
whoa,
makes
whoa, whoa,
all
whoa,
the
whoa,
news.
whoa. Say that again.
Yeah. He had a baby recently.
He had a baby with his husband.
He had well, he adopted twins. He adopted some twins, right? Now he's over all this with the cargo ships in California and all that. They not talking about that. What they talking about is the fact that he had a baby, right? And he took time off.
Right,
He took time off.
but okay. So let me kind of put us back on the tracks here. What do you think about the other coins like Ethereum and you know?
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know enough about all the coins, but I know engineered crises when I see one to move value up or collapse value. I know that when I see it is what I was trying to get to. I don't know enough about the individuals because it's like how many cryptocurrencies out there right
It's
now?
thousands. It's thousands.
It's thousands. I don't know all of them. I know
Right.
Ethereum is mad popular. Bitcoin, top of the food chain.
Yeah, XRP.
But I don't know all of them
HVP.
like that. You know what I'm saying? I'm a blue collar construction worker. You know what I'm saying? That's what I do. But at the
Right.
same time, I don't know the nuances like that. But all I know is why they focusing on that while the dollar is going down, the price of milk is going up, and cryptocurrency has hit its peak right now. As of right now, $64,000. Like
It's
today
called
was its
it's
highest day.
yeah, it's called inflation, man. When
Yeah,
investors
why?
start to see the value of the dollar go down, they want to put their money into something that they feel is an asset that can still go up in value, and that's why they put it in both Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Right. But long term, you're hearing it here.
Long term,
Crypto will be the accepted currency for value. Crypto will be that. The
okay.
accepted currency for value.
So you
And
give it
it won't be,
you give it a
hear what I'm
thumbs up
saying?
or a thumbs down.
Hear what I'm saying? It won't be by choice. We won't have a choice when that happens. It will make so much sense because of the socially engineered environment that we live in, that it will have to be like that. We will have to accept that. And then it's going to carry on to other platforms, and there will be no more dollar. The paper cash that we see will be out of here. It won't be no more. And
Yeah.
and this is the best way to usher that in, to
Yeah.
justify it with absolute inflation. Because every time you put a dollar into circulation, it costs what, $3, $4, $5 just to pay for that $1, because the dollar only really technically is worth the paper that it's printed on, which is about 3 cents. It's about 3 cents. So, I mean, when you think about it, the dollar is only worth what you accept it for. So that it costs 3, 4 cents to make a $1 bill. It costs 3, 4 cents to make $100 bill. What's the difference?
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing backing neither one of them. You just accept one to be worth 100, and you accept the other to be worth 1.
Yeah, let me put my spin on it here. First of all, I think that crypto is a good thing. I think that you know, I'm not saying that all the coins are going to be stars and all the coins are going to be successful. No, 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 no. I think probably at the end of the day is probably going to be about 20 dope coins, maybe 50, and everything else is just going to wash away because a lot of technologies are going to be redundant in a lot of these coins. I mean, some of them are going to do the same thing that other coins do, and people are just going to pick the ones that do the technology better. So I think that leaves room for about 20 to 50 coins. I think that Bitcoin is a very good thing because it allows people, the average Joe, just like you and me, to invest in something that is not controlled by no entities, countries, institutions. It's not controlled by none of that. It's written.
When you say
it's
when
written.
you say control, whenever you, let's say you pull money out and you cash it into, you translate that into euros, or shillings or
USD,
dollars,
right?
There's a tax on that, right?
Yeah,
So
there's a tax on that if you turn it
so
into.
could you explain the decentralization benefits of it?
The decentralization means that nobody can really have 100% control of the network. That means that there are different servers spread out throughout the globe, and they all do the transactions and do the work for Bitcoin. So it's not centralized. In other words, it's not a central bank, for instance, right? It's not where all the money or a Federal Reserve where all the money comes from. That's a central institution. But Bitcoin is decentralized because not one person has control over it, or not one institution has control over it. It's a network that's run by many people.
So does anybody have control over the dollar? I'm speaking generally
Yeah.
for the people who may not know or
The
may know.
Federal Reserve. What is it? There's the American banks. They have control of the dollar, and what the government does.
In what sense?
Well, when the government wants a loan, they'll contact the Federal Reserve. They'll sell the Federal Reserve bonds and American bonds, and then the Federal Reserve will issue money to federal bank. So go ahead.
So the Federal Reserve, they pretty much control the printing of the dollar. The government
Well,
all
they
intents and
don't.
purposes.
They don't print it. Um, uh, what's the name of the bank, man? The federal. Wait a minute. The first bank of America. I forgot the name of it. I can't believe it slipped my mind. But they are the ones, like the Treasury and stuff. They're the ones in charge of printing printing the money. All the Federal Reserve do is send a computer code with a bunch of O's on it.
Yeah. So well, I guess what I'm just skipping to like they the ones who green lighted it. They can green light $1 trillion recovery act
Yeah, yeah. They're the ones who create money, so to speak, is the Federal
out
Reserve
of thin air,
out
right?
of thin air.
So meaning the money is not backed by anything. It
It used to be backed
it's
by gold, but it's not anymore. Thanks
yeah.
to Richard Nixon, I believe, who took us off the gold standard because
Mhm.
people wanted more money and they didn't want to have to deal with the cumbersome, having to match it with with gold, the dollar with gold. So they said, you know what? We want more money to be created. We're going to take us off the gold standard because it's becoming too cumbersome to stay on that system of the gold standard because you gotta house it in Fort Knox and you got to do this, that, and the third. And they found it a little too cumbersome. So they said, you know what? Let's just
Well,
create it out of thin air and turn it into a fiat currency, which is not backed by anything, and we can then start to print more money instead of having to uh, get more gold mined just to generate a dollar. You see what I'm saying?
yeah, and yeah, it's a lot of places I want to go with it, but for now we'll just keep it, you know, PC.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
at any
yeah.
rate, I believe crypto is gonna be the go-to for everything. I think they're gonna do away with cash. We're gonna be a cashless society ultimately. I think it's inevitable because even now, like last month, they had the debt ceiling as high as has ever been in history, and it was two Democrats holding up the whole bill for being passed. And then when they finally passed it, it was only until like January, like at the end of December or something like that. So right now we're in October. You know what I mean? We got a couple months still, and we're gonna be going through the same debacle all over again about raising the debt ceiling because the issue is we don't have a way to really pay down the debt. And I'm trying to not go into what the real reason is because it's a very complex people have not even heard of or don't even probably wouldn't even understand because I'm gonna be honest, I don't even fully understand, but I promise you the reason we're in debt is not what you think. It's not what you think. It's not what you think. People say China, people say, Federal Reserve. It's neither of those. It's neither of those. But
Do you know Joe Biden is trying to get the IRS to gain access to your banking account?
everything over $600,
Everything over $600.
you want to see
And you want,
exactly what
yeah, you want to know why Bitcoin Bitcoin is going up? Okay,
because
people
people
getting that
want to
money
get
out of their
out of the
accounts. They getting it out
yeah,
of their accounts. They put it in Bitcoin. Like, dude, you
yeah,
know,
and that's making the value go up on
yeah, that's
Bitcoin.
making the value go up more than anything. I mean, a lot
Yeah,
of these people who got money stashed here or there, like, oh snap, let me hurry up and do this before this becomes a thing. And they putting it in the Bitcoin, you
yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Um,
And they're going to come. United States is going to come with their own coin. All countries are. All
yeah,
countries is going to have their own coin. It's
yeah.
going to be their own Bitcoin.
China already has theirs. China already has theirs. It's already digital. It's already, I can't pronounce the name of it, but they already have their own digital currency. The U.S. is pretty late on a lot of crypto and stuff like that currencies because there are a lot of countries that are passing them up. You got Venezuela really needed it bad, but they adopted Bitcoin.
Yeah,
China
because they
don't.
dollar completely collapsed,
Yeah,
didn't it?
yeah, they currency crashed. It's like toilet paper right now. But China doesn't accept Bitcoin. But the reason they don't accept it, and this is just my guess, is that they don't want competition with their own digital currency. So that's why they didn't accept Bitcoin. However, the United States seem to have accepted Bitcoin because you could pay it up, you could pay taxes with it. You could, you could,
Can you?
yeah, you could do it. You could do a lot of legal stuff with it. It's not illegal here. The only thing they want you to do is make sure that you're, uh, on code with everything and with taxes and everything like that. They want to make sure that the market is fair. They got a company called XRP who was in question about how they brung their product to the market. XRP, I should say Ripple, is currently in discussions or having a trial with the U.S. government uh, for their trading practices. But once that blows over, XRP should be good to go. I'm not necessarily the biggest fan of XRP, but I do see a decent utility. Let me just run down some of the coins that I do like. I like Bitcoin. I do like Ethereum. I like not so much XRP, but I like what is it? There's a couple of them I like. HPB is one. I think HPB is really under the radar when it comes to how good it is. Let's see. I also
Well,
like
I think.
uh,
Listen,
Cardano's. I really like Solana. Uh,
listen. They're all gonna be cold, man. They all gonna rise, but they all gonna be to our demise.
Chainlink. I don't
They're
think they're
all
gonna
gonna be
be.
to
I
our
don't think they're gonna be
demise.
to our demise. I mean, look at it like this. It's really just a digital stock. I mean, if you buy stocks, you buying a digital currency is not much different.
Listen, this is what I'm saying. Like we're witnessing a precursor right now. The precursor. The precursor right now is being witnessed, where you can't buy or sell without it. And mark my words, this is the precursor right now. By you getting poked, that's the precursor. It's not it. It's the precursor. It's to prepare you for it. So at the same time, where they doing this, boom, that's one. Step one. So art of war. All right, boom. Listen, at the same time, what they want to go up is going up in value. The dollar, what we use, is going down in value. Food is going up, becoming more expensive, right? Everything is gas, you name it. Scarcity. You're creating false scarcity. False scarcity.
But here's the thing, though, Black. Why don't people just invest in Bitcoin and ride the wave of a higher value instead of like if you keep your money in dollars, that's actually dangerous.
No, that's stupid. No,
Yeah,
I hear what you're
yeah.
saying.
You see what I'm
Money,
saying?
currency. This is my recent understanding, man. And I'm not no financial whiz, nothing like that. But I'm studying these cats as of now, as of late. You know, and what I'm understanding is money is a currency, and currency has energy connected to it. Like you put your sweat equity into building something that's of value. You know what I mean? You extract the value from it. But currency is a current. It's like when you look at the ocean, you go swimming in the ocean, you don't want to go too deep
It's
because
more
the
like
current
electricity,
take you
but
away.
I get where you're coming from.
The energy of the current can pull you away and you can drown, right?
Right.
So it's power connected to currency. But the thing is, you don't want to, you know, keep it stagnant, because stagnant currency or stagnant water, for example, is it mildews, it corrodes, it becomes bacteria infested and musty and stagnant. It's no good. Money, currency is designed to travel, is designed to circulate, to travel. So by you hoarding it, that's why, if you got too much, or if you make too much and you don't claim all that you made, then you got to go to the courthouse, where, you know, there's a bench right there. There's the judge and all that. And they pretty much are gonna, pull that out of you, because at the end of the day, you know, it never belonged to you. It's a penalty for keeping it stagnant. You got to get it and put it back out there. Get it, put it back out there. That's the only way to
So,
avoid those taxable events.
so say for instance, you got what do you say, 64, 65K or whatever, right? You can afford to get a whole Bitcoin. Would you do it, or would you spend that on something else, or would you what would you do? Or what should in your opinion, what
That's
should
what I
people
was.
do? I'm gonna tell you what I'm gonna tell them to do. Go ahead.
That's what I was thinking. I was trying to say, if you don't, if it don't circulate earlier, if it don't circulate, like think about water, a body of water. There's a river bank, right? In that river bank, there's a currency within that river. So you don't want to go too deep in that river, right? Because you can get carried away. There's power. The deeper you go, the more powerful that currency is, right?
Mm-hmm.
But if you go closer to shore, that's called the bank. So when you got access, when it's more manageable, that's called the bank. Boom.
But
So,
just make it simple though, bro. Just make it simple. Like, should they get it
all
or
right.
not?
Well, I think short term. Listen,
Or would you
if
buy it if you had that 65K?
well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I did buy it. I do have it now. I have it now. I didn't put a lot into it, but my money tripled. I
Okay.
tripled my money, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I'm saying that to say, if it's supposed to, get around 100K even, you know, there's a nice little coin that I can extract out of that. I don't intend to stay till it gets to 1 million, because I'm looking more into it, and I'm not looking in conventional avenues of information. So I'm starting to realize who actually, in my opinion, owns it, who runs it, who created it. And I don't like the information that I'm getting. So for those reasons, once you get to a certain level, I'm out of there. I'm not,
Cash
it's not
out.
gonna be, oh, I'm cashing out way before it get, all where you said it was supposed to get to 1 million. I'm cashing out long before that. I don't want to be involved at that point. Right now, people still on the fence. You know, they still, you know, don't know, and this, that, and the third. But nah, I'm definitely. I have some. portion because you can purchase in increments,
But
and
okay,
people don't realize.
so you're saying you don't want to be involved. Does that mean you trust the US dollar more than Bitcoin?
No, actually, I trust gold. Gold holds its value over time better than the dollar, better than Bitcoin.
Not so
U.S.
much,
gold,
bro.
not U.S. gold.
Gold ain't doing better than Bitcoin. I'll tell you that.
Over time, Bitcoin is a baby. It's brand new. Gold
Bitcoin is the
has it.
new gold.
Bitcoin is brand new, unproven. Gold has a 6,000 year history to prove it's the OG of OG. Don't even
Until
play.
now.
Let's not
Until
even
now.
play. Let's not even play. No cryptocurrency because without gold, you can't even make these zooms. You can't do
Let-
these
let-
zooms.
okay,
Take gold.
let me ask you this, Black. Can you
Yeah,
take gold and spend it like money?
yeah. You can
No,
get it in certain
no, you
increments, in
can't.
certain the same way they doing Bitcoin. Yeah, they did gold, of course,
No, you
especially back in the
cannot.
day.
You have to weigh
Now,
it. You have to make sure it's pure. You have to do all that. Gold is
yeah.
cumbersome. It's
What's your point?
that's my point. It's cumbersome. You can't spend it. Like, can
So
you
what's a
imagine
Bitcoin?
walking
It ain't
around with
cumbersome.
a gold bar in your pocket?
Have you ever
Can't
seen anybody pull a Bitcoin
and you
out
got
and
to
spend it?
shave it off just to pay for stuff?
Have you seen anybody pull a Bitcoin out and spend it?
Yeah. I've seen them not in the physical way, but you can spend it.
So
You
the
can
answer
spend
is
it.
no,
You can
not yeah.
no. You can spend it and you can spend it in small increments. You don't have to spend the
Listen,
whole thing.
Bitcoin is coming on strong for the reasons that I already told you why. Yes, I already told you why. They are going to allow that to be how you buy and sell. And it's going to be, and this is the part people sleep on, all this decentralization. Decentralization. Somebody going to control it. The same people who invented it. The same people who put the Georgia Stones up. Look, Google that word, Georgia Stones. Stones that foretell all of what humanity is expected to look like in the near future. It was put up in like the 90s, same time gangster rap hit, 95, 94, same exact year. Gangster rap hit the scene, same exact year. This money got put into the breakdown of our everything lines up perfectly if you understand where to look. We don't know what to ask. We don't know what we don't know. So it was put up, but there is definitely somebody, some people, an organization controlling
Dude,
Bitcoin.
that organization already exists and for government money, and that's the Federal Reserve. Okay, and that's the Treasury and oh my goodness, I want to say the Federal Bank, but I think it has a different name than that. But those are the entities that, like, you're not getting away from nothing. Like, this is the reason why I mentioned decentralization, because it suggests that it's not owned by just one entity like the Federal Reserve. It's not centralized. Okay, they have all the power because they're the only ones allowed to make money out of nothing. Okay, and they need those bonds from the U.S. government so that they can spend them. But all that does is fuel employment. It just fuels employment, or I should
Listen,
say, it fuels people to have to work so because the government have to pay off those, and they have to be productive in order for those bonds to be worth anything. So, you know, that's I guess the reciprocity between the two entities. But decentralization is the best way to go. Why wouldn't you have your money in something that is not centralized and something that is not controlled. And you have more power over your money when you have this type of money, because you can do a lot of things with it, and not be so under the thumb of the government with everything.
No, I mean, for those reasons, it sounds like the move. I understand those reasons perfectly. All I'm saying is I'm looking further than the immediate gratification of what is said to be the benefits of purchasing cryptocurrency. I'm looking past that. I'm always looking past that. I'm looking into the far future,
But
the
here's the
far
thing,
future.
but Black, gold, man, is stagnant right now. And you know what's happening? You probably don't notice.
Right now,
A lot of gold investors are going to Bitcoin. They cashing out of gold
that's good.
and they
Let them,
going into Bitcoin. Yeah, it's
because I need to
good.
buy more gold.
Well, yeah, well, good luck with that. But it's really considered a dying asset, because it it still is uncumbersome. You have to have it in storage. There's a lot of manipulators in gold too, just as many
There
as in
is.
the banking
There's,
industry. There's a lot
there
of
is.
manipulators. Yeah,
There's
the
gold
market gets
mines,
manipulated all the time.
but the second you get your hands on gold, you know you have an asset that's going to perform over time. It doesn't lose much value over time ever.
Listen, man,
It only goes up over time.
I like gold, Black, but let me tell you this: pretty soon it's just going to be a metal for
That's all
for
it is
for
now.
for for superconducting. That's all it's going to
It's a
be.
metal, it's tangible, and you need it for every laptop, every cell phone you got. So it's going to
Well, I
always
mean,
be a metal, but you always going to need it.
not necessarily. There are other things that even can superconduct even better than gold. I believe silver is
Nothing.
one.
Nah, it's not
Silver is
better.
one. Silver, yeah,
Silver is
it's
like,
a better conductor. Silver and copper are better superconductors than
bro, it's not better than gold. It don't
yeah.
conduct better than gold.
Gold is like
That's
third
the
one.
very reason gold is way higher in value
No, gold is
than
like the
silver.
third one, I believe.
All
I'll
right,
double check it, and I'll make a correction if
double
necessary.
check it.
But I believe silver and copper are better superconductors than gold. I think gold is actually
Gold
number
is
three.
gold is the
But
best
but but
conductor.
but but gold. The thing about gold is it doesn't ever corrode. That's where its power
Well,
is.
copper don't corrode either. Copper is
Uh,
up there too,
no,
actually,
no,
recently.
copper can corrode. I've seen it. I've seen it corrode. But I did not see gold. That's why you have gold mass from Egypt, like from 3,000 years ago. That's still good. Gold never corrodes. It
It's the
never corrodes.
best.
It's the
Yeah,
best
it's the
because it never
best.
corrodes, but it's not the best superconductor, is what I'm saying, of electricity. But all that being said, it's still going to end
So
up
why they
just
don't put
being a
copper
metal.
in laptops? They put gold in laptops, gold in TVs, gold in so many countless electrical
Maybe
components
they're
for
looking
that
for
very reason.
a certain type of ohms
They
and
looking for the best conductor, and it's gold, man.
but let me tell you this, irregardless of that, people are cashing out of it and they're cashing into Bitcoin.
Because Bitcoin is the new hot wave right now, and I'm not mad at it. It is what it is. It's the new hot wave right now. Everybody like, oh snap.
So
Let me put
what
some
are
money
people
into
waiting
it.
for? What are people waiting for?
I don't know. People still have no clue really the benefit of it. Like, what does it do? Like, how does it work? What am I buying it for? What are we doing here? Like,
Bitcoin, I
those are
would
real
say,
questions.
Bitcoin
If
is
you had to explain it, what would you say?
I would say Bitcoin is a store of value. It's digital gold. Like you would say, oh well, what does gold do? This, that, and the third. Well, I mean,
I gave you some
it have
examples.
well, it have a couple. It does have some utilities, but so does Bitcoin. Bitcoin it can't be copied. Okay, there's only a certain amount of it. It's going to have a scarcity to it that's going to make it go up in value. It can be sent online. It can be sent through your phone. It is money that is digital. It is money that is digital. You can send $1 billion with Bitcoin in a matter of minutes. You cannot do that with any other money. Gold, USD, yuan or whatever. You can't do that with any of that stuff. Okay.
No, not over the internet.
Not in that way.
But I'll tell you one thing, the highest real estate purchase in US history was Donald Trump when he bought a whole tower with nothing but gold. He didn't want fiat.
That was the days of the past. That was before Bitcoin.
Don't matter.
Okay. It does matter. It does.
He got
matter.
real. Listen, gold is actual currency. Gold is actual money.
Gold was made into money by the Egyptians and by people in Africa.
Regardless, it was the original money. And listen, it actually gave the green paper dollars its value to this very day. People think that we still on a gold standard to this day, but we're not. We've been taken off for about 60 years now.
Yeah, I don't know who thinks
so.
We're still
because
on
of gold.
standard.
Well, people don't always know, but all I'm saying is gold was backing it, from its inception up until, 30, 40 years, 50, 60 years ago. And then it was taken off, and then, we ain't gonna go off in the birth certificates and all that, but, because that's a whole conversation right there. But all I'm saying is gold has definite intrinsic value no matter how you cut it. If you don't have gold, all your Bitcoin will be worthless. All your technology will be stunted to the dirt. It will be stunted to the dirt because you don't have the high conductivity that you need to even function in real technology. You can't compete
Bitcoin
with somebody who
need gold to survive. It survives on its own.
No, not Bitcoin.
You said if you don't got gold, Bitcoin is worthless.
Well, I ain't talking about Bitcoin. I'm talking about gold.
Well,
gold
I'm talking about Bitcoin.
has
they say they say Ethereum is like the modern day oil.
Yeah.
So Bitcoin is gold. Ethereum is oil. Ethereum has more of a use case because it has a network that is being used by developers, and they're putting their own programs and apps and everything on the Ethereum network. As far as utility, Ethereum is a better utility coin. If you are a developer and you want to develop some apps or some websites or some whatever the case may be, Ethereum is the best way to do that, and that's what a lot of them been doing. That's why Ethereum has become so valuable, because there are so many projects on it.
You've seen Akon building a whole city of smart technology.
Yeah. This is a situation. This is a situation where you got to get on the train, man, or get left behind, man.
Listen, it's inevitable, is what I'm telling you. It's inevitable. We're not gonna have a choice in the future. Right now, it's like, you have a choice. Get in and benefit from it while you can. But eventually, you ain't gonna have a choice to benefit. This is what it is. Like, you do this or nothing. You ain't gonna be able to buy or sell without it, is what I'm telling you. Yeah. I'm telling you now, deep future. That's the future. You ain't gonna be able to buy or sell without it.
So all in all, Bitcoin thumbs up or thumbs down for you? I'm talking long term. I'm talking
long term.
Yeah, I'm talking 2030?
Because of what I know, ultimately, thumbs down.
Thumbs down. And I give it a thumbs up because I think that irregardless of how you look at it, Bitcoin is going to be worth money. And this is the reason why. I think that it's going to be worth money because it's going to be.
But it's going to be worth Bitcoin. It ain't going to be worth money.
No. It's going to have value because it's scarce. It can't be copied.
It may have.
Well, let me finish. The network is strong. The network is strong on there. And not only that, but it's the first cryptocurrency ever. It can hold value just in that fact alone and be a collector's item. You know what I mean? Like a Picasso or like whatever the case may be. Huh?
Real quick. Not to be off topic, but it's
people are going to always want the first crypto. But go ahead.
Not to be off, but speaking of that, it's in the same vein as crypto. So what do you think about NFTs?
I love NFTs, man. If I'm being honest, I gotta do some more work on them and kind of get more familiar with them. But it's really going to help out the arts industry, whether it be music, whether it be portrait. You might have to go on mute, man. While it's going to really help out the arts because it's going to be something that artists can still eat off of after they sell it. So say for instance, I own a Picasso, I make an NFT for it. I sell it for $1 million. Somebody sells it, and then the person who got it, they sell it for $2 million. Well, I still get a cut off of that. The money still comes to me because I was the original, or say for instance, I was Picasso himself, right? Or, I sell my painting for $1 million. Somebody else sells it for 2, 4, or 6. I keep it's a built-in residual for creatives.
So do you know how to cop one? You know where to go?
I'm still researching on how to really actually make my own NFTs.
All right, we're gonna have to do one on that.
We're gonna have to do a video on that. Yeah.
If it's that valuable, which I believe it is, because your boy, what's his name? Little singer dude. Dang, I can't think of his name. But he was kicking it with Meg Thee Stallion for a hot minute. And then they got into a beef, and he got arrested. They said he shot her in the foot.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about.
What's his name? Dang, what's his name? I can't think of little dude.
ASAP.
Little dude from across the street.
Little dude from across. Not Travis Scott. Is it Travis Scott? It's not Travis Scott, is it?
I can't think of dude's name, but I mean, he a cool little, like he be singing, and he from Canada too. He be singing and he be rapping, and he got bars.
Yeah,
he got bars.
Yeah.
He made
an NFT. Is that what you're going with it?
Yeah. So his whole album, he made an NFT, and
Yeah. He
Tory Lanez. Yeah,
$1. Yeah. He got 1 million people to do it. He made $1 million in like
I think it was in like it was like some minutes, $1 million in some minutes, and I'm like,
now here's the thing though. If they try to sell that album, he still get paid. He still get money off of that.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Because in order to purchase the NFT, you have to distribute the money out to all of the owners. That's why I say it's a bit of a built-in residual effect to it, which is a beautiful thing. It's gonna blow up the world, man.
So he paid for life.
Yeah, but guess what? That came from digital currencies.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
It's all going that way.
So how can you be high on NFTs and bad and give Bitcoin the thumbs down?
Short
I don't get it.
No, that's short term. All this is short term. I own Bitcoin short term. I said that. Short term.
But
Long term?
okay, so say for instance, you write an NFT. Are you
really?
gonna just put it out for a short term, or are you gonna
Yeah.
let that
Yeah, I'm
joint
gonna sell
run
it.
long term?
I'm gonna sell it. Short term. I'm gonna sell it. Quick, boom, I'm out. Now, if I still get paid, all right, it is what it is. It is what it is. But short term, oh yeah, yeah. You're gonna cash out real quick.
All right. Well, we'll probably hit the NFTs up another time. But you know where I stand. I give it a thumbs up. Black gives it a thumb down long term. I think we both give it a thumbs up short term. I think that cryptocurrency, along with NFTs and along with a lot of other stuff, different apps, I think is a beautiful thing. I think it's the people kind of trying to take the power back from all of the, big brothers in the sky who want to keep you in a certain position. So for everybody who's bought into it, congratulations, because you're probably up right now. For those who did the black thing, was short term, got it, and then sold out. Too bad, so sad.
I still
Buy
got
back.
it. I still got it.
Okay, but I'm saying buy in. As far as I'm concerned, you should buy in. You should take care of your future. Set it, forget it for a while, because it's going to fluctuate. Bitcoin, the whole market fluctuates, so you got to be patient with it. But I think it's a good thing, and it's the people's money, man. It's the people's money. So as a matter of fact, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna send my my Bitcoin and my Ethereum links in the description down below. If you want to donate that way, that would be dope. I would love you for it. I got the Cash App, $ Black Man Rankings. I got the t-shirts down there also. If you want to get some BMR t-shirts, they dope. You should check them out. And yeah, that will cover it for this one. And we will keep it going. Why are you rolling your eyes, man? I mean, come on, man. Oh, okay. Anyway.
People threatening me.
Okay.
My daughter.
Well, thanks for joining us, y'all. And since BMR covered it, now it's official. Peace.